Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I've been away for a week or so now. I've had a whole lot of stuff going on. A couple of my bros came to visit me out here. We went to a dude ranch, learned to do a whole lot of manly things like riding a horse, shooting a shotgun, throwing an axe, that kind of stuff. That was really fun actually. And then work got picking up again and I've been real busy. But nevertheless, I thought I'd set aside some time to come back to Transport Tycoon now and just finish off playing this game. Maybe one more episode at least, just so we have a good grasp of this game and the different mechanics in it, so that we can include some meaningful traits when we finally get on to doing our analysis of this system of games and trying to find different natural groupings. So we'll see how that goes. Anywho, now the challenge is to try and remember what the fuck we were doing in this game. I remember Jamestown being our HQ, and in fact, yes, there we are, there's our HQ, and we had this, yes, here we go, an iron mine, running steel like that. We had here, oh, these fuckers were competing with us, with that fucking grain, but I think we cock-blocked them with a train here, you see, so that they can't send their goods. That's all jolly good. Over here, oh, Landfields has grown. This is our big old city, loads of skyscrapers. So that's all jolly good. And what else were we doing things? This green guy's got his trucks going. We got pinks and green are building some, oh, there's an airplane in trouble. Building some airports. Red built this extremely confused train track. Why did it look like that? It's so stupid. Oh man, that's so stupid. Yeah, the AI does some really silly decisions sometimes. I don't know, maybe this red AI is particularly... What? Yep, I think that... What? They're even going that way. Why are they going that way? Oh my lord, yeah, red has got some pretty stupid design decisions going on here. And also some stupid drivers. I'm not sure why they took that route. It's you know, the onboard GPS. Well, it's not GPS in the truck's 1958. In any case, I don't see this track making a lot of money. You see, the bridges restrict your speed, and wood ones in particular are not great because they have to go really slowly. Anyway, sorry. Laughing at the stupid. It's brilliant. Hey. Oh, that's made me laugh. Anyway, right, that's put me in a good mood for this episode. That's pretty funny shit. We've got a coal mine over there. Here's a big old city with nothing much going on. So that's something we could be playing around with. Wandhattan and Bunnington. Now those look like some big cities. I wonder if it's worth getting down a track in here, you know, before the city grows so large that we won't be able to get one in centrally. It might actually be too difficult already to get a train station in centrally. Could try over here. It does tend to annoy cities when you bulldoze, but if we just bulldoze twice, I'm sure that's fine. We'll get two little tracks there. Let's get a nice little passenger train going here. Why not, eh? And then where can we put one over here? I see, I'd quite like to have a station quite central, so at least so I can, this catchment area can grab these high-rise buildings, but it's going to be quite hard to get both without having to bulldoze some people's houses, and typically that's not extremely appreciated. So what could we do instead? I suppose we could build on this side of town. That's going to be hard to get the, there maybe. Just bulldoze one house. I wonder if that'll piss off the council, because you remember, if you make the council so angry, they won't let you build in the city, but let's just see if we do, oops, sorry, if we can build a, there we go. They didn't mind, they didn't like the guy living there anyway. So here's a nice track, a nice little tunnel. I know they're expensive, but I do like a little tunnel. There we go. What can we do now? Let's get these trains coming out like this. This is going to be a real nice line. We're gonna stuff this fucking train full of passengers, and they're gonna fucking love it. There we go. Let's have 2 train tracks running. You can, of course, just do 1 track and then have... No, maybe we should do that. Let's do that here. We'll have 1 track, and then there can be segments where the train borrows the same track, and little segments where they can pass each other. Just to make it nice and easy. Well, why can't I build there? Really? Oh, that's annoying. Well, the annoying thing is the train sometimes wants to go to... solid. It can use the other one. Let's make this junction a little bit earlier. There we go. Sometimes you see the train wants to go into the train depot, and if it can't reach it, it gets a little bit upset. Oh shit, we had a large loan there. Oh, I guess that's how it goes. Let's do this instead. We want to make this train... Sorry, I should be better talking. What's happened to me? I used to be able to multitask when we were playing XCOM. But since we started playing this game, I haven't made much fucking sense. The issue is that sometimes the train needs to use a depot. And if you don't have a depot available on the little track leading up to the station, they get really stressed because they might leave the station in search of a depot and then get stuck at these lights and then realize they can't get out, and then they have to float off to go and find one. Meanwhile, the other train comes in, starts filling up, and then they can't get back into the station, yada yada yada. It's pretty problematic, so I'd just like to have one of them each there. There we have... What's this place called? Radhattan. There we go. And then we'll have a couple of depots there. And then these guys, I guess they can also just join up like this. Here we go. Right. So we just need the 1 train track, and we're going to have mostly just 1 line, but then it'll we can have it so that there's a little split line in some instances. So here, for example, we could do that so that the trains can pass each other when need be. Then we just put out these little, these are these signals which will prevent the train from going when there's another train blocking the route. Because then what happens is the train will come here. If this part of the track is busy, they'll just wait at this signal, and then this train can pass it on the other side, and then it'll go. It's all jolly logical. And now we need to get up there. Let's make a little canyon here for the train to run through. This is all going to be very nice. Look at that. It goes along the water. That's going to be a nice, pretty train track here. Those people are really going to like. It's expensive to build through these people's farms, but what can you do, huh? Anyway, here we go, like that, and then we'll connect them. Do we need 1 more of those little passing thing places? Yeah, let's do 1 more, just so that we don't have any issues with the train having to wait for ages on the other one. Let's do a little one like that. There we go. And then we put down these signals to make sure that there's no sadness. There we go. And let's start building our trains. Now we need money. Oh yes, that's it. We built so much fucking shit. Well, let's see what we got. What are our options now? We've got this fast new steam train, the Ginzu and the Cheney. I think we were building a lot of these Cheneys last time. I just remembered I was naming them. We had a train called Betsy DeVos, if I recall correctly. We should check in on that, see how it's getting on. So we need a lot of money to get trains on this line. I should have thought... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, we've got no time to wait. We've got to get a train out on this line ASAP. I would like to buy this one, you see. Let's see. Let's just get all the carriages ready. And then see how much of a... what of sort of a budget we were looking at. Well, if we want to get the SH8P, we're going to need a little bit more money. You know, we can wait a little bit. Radhattan, you know, whatever. Oh, they think we're appalling. Well, whatever. What I'm thinking is if we have 2 trains, one can be here just fully stocking and waiting, and then the other one can go down this way. and can be fully stocking from here because there's a fuckload of people here as well. And 2 trains going back and forth like that will make a lot of cash. But to get that first one, we're going to need a lot of money. Maybe the Ginzu is enough actually. You see the Chinese 53, the Ginzu 78. And the difference is that it runs a little bit faster and it has more horsepower, which means that it can it'll be able to pull those carriages without much problem. I don't really know. Oh shit, I just got that feeling when I'm not recording. Let me just see if I am recording. Yeah, I'm always recording when I think I'm not recording. You just need to stop worrying about it. Right, let's wait a little bit and get this train, because I want to see that little fast thing, that speedy thing goes. It goes 144. I'm quite looking forward to seeing a train go that fast. So, ooh, wow, we just got a big lump sum of money. Something must have dropped that off. So there we go. There's our train. Let's tell them to go to Radhattan, fully load. We'll tell them to go straight away like that. And then to go down to Bunnington and fully load. Or rather, maybe one of the trains should only fully load on one side and the other train can fully load on the other side. So this one can fully load at Radhattan. And he's got... Well, you see, now he's waiting for things to pop in here and then automatically fill the carriages. That'll take some time because they currently have a very poor opinion of our transporting company. But it'll improve as they slowly fill it up with this, I mean, now they're at the station ready and waiting. So let's get the other one down from Bunnington this side, because there's a fuckload of people waiting here as well and they're not happy about it. So let's go in here, new vehicles. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can't afford it. Hey, we need some money. Can we borrow more money? No, we can never borrow money. I remember that from last time. Well, while we're waiting for money to come rolling in, I'm just going to bring this up so we can keep an eye on when it starts moving, because I would like to see when it starts going fast. Oh dear. Chenfing Pool Iron Ore Mine. What? I can't talk tonight. Chenfing Pool Iron Ore Mine down. The production is down by 50%. So that's here. We have this ore mine, which is taking ore to this steel mill. So that's going to slow down this train as well. It's bad news. It's not disastrous, but it's a bit of a shame. Look at Jamestown. Jamestown is doing really well. We're getting lots of nice cash. Here's some goods coming in. You always get money for goods. There you go. 5,000. That's excellent. So that's all jolly good. Let's have a look at our list of... these ones are all doing pretty well. Getting a couple thousand each. That looks solid. Let's check our trains. Oop, not that button here. Let's check on our trains. Wait. Chenfing Pool no longer accept goods. Well, I hope we're not delivering goods to Chenfing Pool, because in that case we're in trouble. No, we're not. That's okay. And again, this flickering of them accepting and then not accepting goods off and on the whole time is because their catchment area needs to cover. Let's see if I can cover. This is where the train station is, you see. And they have to, within that blue catchment area, have a certain number of skyscrapers or the high-rise buildings. Because this one accepts 2/8 of goods, and this one 3/8 of goods. So that's 5/8 of goods. And you need to, of course, get 8/8 to have one whole unit for them to accept goods. And what's happening is that they're rebuilding, I think, here to make something into new flats. So when that's finished, they'll accept goods once again. But it'll take some time. Anywho, that's all that. Let's check in on our trains. Here we go. So we've got Old Reliable. And Old Reliable is bringing us in a truly solid amount of money. And it just goes between this coal plant and this power plant. That's a real good deal. You see there it says now again, Chenfing Pool accepts goods again because they finished rebuilding that skyscraper. The iron run's doing well. It's the steel, the steel dossier. That's our steel train doing real well. We've got, this is an unnamed train. It's a goods train, it's doing well. The Jamestown Chenfing Pool passenger train's doing well. Here's Betsy DeVos, goods train doing well. There we got some solid earners. This guy still hasn't left the station. What's he? Oh, he's waiting on mail. Well, that one's almost full. Let's go down here and just check. He's going to start moving soon, I think. In the meanwhile, let's finish off this train because we've got some money that's been pouring in. I want to get another one of these SH8Ps, so we'll see how long that'll take. But now this train is completely full. So here he's been picking up things as soon as they land on the platform. So that will really have been increasing. You see there, our rating there has gone up a lot. And look how fast this train is. This is the pinnacle of achievement in 1959. Look at it, look at the speed it's doing. And you see here these lights turn red and green. I don't know how much I showed that last episode, but they'll turn red and green when red when the line's busy and green when it's free. So I'll give you an idea. There's that guy. They just took a whole bunch of passengers from here. So that's all jolly good. Let's see. Oh, he's going back. Why is he going back again? You can go back the other way now. Off he goes. So while we're just waiting to reach 90,000 to get another train, we can have a look at what these things are. This company league table, I guess that's based on our company value maybe, which you can see here. This is our company value. And you can of course check out the AI and see how they're getting on. This is this is this one, who builds the nonsensical roads. Anyway, that's all going well. Are these guys competing with us? I hope not. I'm just going to bring this up so I can click back, but let me just see. They've built some sort of new service doing this farm run, but they're not competing with us, and that's all well and good. Oh no, I lost that place anyway. Where were we? I was building that. Was that nice little city on? Oh, it's not a city. Here we are. Let's get this new train up and running. Here we go. The SH8P, we need 92,000. So Buddington doesn't accept goods. Do we have any trains taking goods to Buddington? I don't think so. And now we have a train here that can go to... Oh, this is Buddington. Ah, there you go. And then it can go up to Radhattan. So I told this guy to fully load here. So what's going to happen is that each train has one station where they'll just sit on the platform hopefully and fully load until it's time for them to do a run to the other one, and then they won't sit around at the other one. They'll just keep moving. This guy's filling up, you see. Plenty of passengers. Ah, this is good. They're going to be pretty good. I'm sure that one made a fair amount of money with just that one run. He made, yeah, look at that income. That's solid. And here's our loan. We should really be paying off that soon, but we need to keep building to keep increasing our income. Anywho, that was a good little train run we made there. Now I'm looking here and I can see a really solid setup. This here is an iron mine, and this here is a farm that makes livestock and grain. We could make one long old track which lots of trains borrow. It first goes past this steel mill, drop off the iron, and then from the steel mill it can go in and join up once more with the line going to this factory. And here we could drop off the steel and the livestock and grain. Similarly later we could even make another train that takes the iron from there to this steel mill to reinforce that. The only problem is where we would then sell our goods. Ooh, indeed. That looks nice. Gosh, I feel kind of stupid building those steam trains now. Well, the next train will be diesel. But you know, for this whole endeavour, that's a whole lot of track, so we need a lot of money for that. I wonder if we can borrow more money. We could never borrow more money. Those fuckers. It's just like real life. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. We can have a look at our nice speedy trains. Oops, he's out. There he goes. Look at him go. That's some solid profit. And you'll see that he came to Buddington and his train is empty. The reason being that this train sitting in the station is just picking up passengers and mail bags as soon as they appear. And they're still not really giving us a lot because they have a low rating for us. But we're going up because every time someone comes here, they immediately get put on a train. So that's all jolly good. Over in Radhattan, things are going well. And as you'll see, because we've started serving these towns, we've started growing a little bit. You know what? Those two little places, because I said that we need somewhere to drop off our goods from here, this place really won't accept goods at the moment because it's got nothing in it. But what we could do is make a couple of bus stops and get a couple of buses in there. Maybe one bus is good, eh? Because as we start serving, it'll start growing. So there goes the Lardingham bus. And over here somewhere was another town, Benburn. So let's do the same thing there. I don't think that, I mean, I'm not under any false impression that we're going to make any money off these buses, but if they can get these little villages to grow to be a bit bigger, then they might allow us to drop off goods from this factory later, which would be ideal. The music in this game is just so solid. There's not one bad track. There's actually a little jukebox up here. This one's called Stoke It. There we go. Anywho, what else shall I show you? Well, we could have a look at the operating profit. You see, oh well, Green are doing extremely well recently. What is Little Printingville investing in? Oops, this is where I wanted to look. They've got 24 road vehicles and an aircraft. Huh, well we need to up our game a little bit. I mean, we're ahead of them, but not that as far ahead as I would like. Our total income looks pretty solid though. And we deliver a heck of a lot more cargo. I think they might be, the AI, a little bit better at chasing subsidies, which is on this list here, where they offer to pay 2 times the money. Or I think actually subsidies, when you choose a difficulty setting, you can choose how many times the money you get for doing them. I think might be 2 times on this setting. Anywho, they're good at chasing those, get special rewards. Company performance ratings. Well, we're doing okay there. Company value, not too bad. And the cargo payment, that's just, you know, how much these different goods cost. So, let's keep moving on. These trucks, sometimes these trucks get pretty much clogged up on each other, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's one of the issues with trucks in this game. And remember, the version of this game I'm playing is actually Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which is a little bit newer than the original Transport Tycoon. And I think this issue is slightly improved, but if you have a lot of trucks going into one station, you do get a lot of people getting clogged up. I wonder if I can find somewhere where the AI perhaps has some trucks. Well, I don't It's so silly. Sorry, I should have a look to see if there's somewhere where there's a lot of trucks and I can show you what happens. This looks like a likely candidate. No? See, the AI's trucks don't seem to get stuck quite as often as my things do. Well, who knows. Let's check back in on Jamestown, and Jamestown is really growing. And our buses, they're making a whole lot of cash, I imagine. Let's see how much this bus is making. 2.8 grand, that's pretty good for a bus, just for shifting people from one side to the other. And you'll see the old football pitch in Jamestown has inexplicably turned into an American football pitch. Oh no, sorry, is this rugby? Well, it's some new sport in any case. I'm sure that they didn't used to look like that, the football pitch. Let's find another city to see what the football pitch looked like before. Well, Loningbury's doing well. Oh, that's because that fucker's got an airplane there. That's got a flashy stadium. That's got a flash. Maybe all stadiums are flashy now because we're in the 60s. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. Nope, here's an old-fashioned one still. Well, it's still a little bit nicer than they used to be. Landfield, now that's a big city. So you can go into this town directory and see which is the biggest city. Jamestown, I think, is the second largest. No, Jamestown is actually the biggest city now. It's even bigger than Genway. Now Genway looks nice. Do you know what we could do here? Is we could actually make a ferry service. Gosh, what's Green done? Green has built a bus line that goes all the way to Kenfingley and completely circumvents Bronwood. Huh. Wow, so this farm here has doubled its production. But that's not great because it had previously halved it, so it's not completely amazing. And I was wondering if we could somehow get a ferry from Genway somewhere interesting. But unfortunately, we can't get it close enough, I think, to drop off passengers there. Which is a shame because this is right... I wonder actually. You see, we could put a dock here and it would accept passengers, mail and goods. But then if we were to build over here, it would only accept passengers because Franningpool is a little bit too far from the water. But maybe that's maybe that's enough. Where should we? Because if we put like a dock here, you see. Ooh, imagine all of the people coming from these big skyscrapers. Let's try it. There's Genway docks. And we'll make... we'll just drop them off over here. Now, I don't think that's particularly many people are going to come to Franningpool docks because it's a little bit too far away from the houses. But Genway docks might attract some people. There you go. So let's get a ship depot. This is good, I can show you how ships work. Let's come in here and let's get a little passenger ferry. They'll take 100 passengers. Righto. So you go to Genway docks, completely fill up, and then go over to Franningpool docks. Off it goes. Did you see that UFO? I saw it. I'll show you in a moment. There you go, you see? But I want to see where this UFO is going. So I told them to fill up at Genway docks because there's lots of people there, but then to just basically drop them at Franningpool and go back without waiting to fill up because that would take ages from a little village like that. What do you think this UFO's up to, eh? I don't know. I don't know either what it's up to. Maybe leaving the map. You're one of those fuckers got it. Oh no, shit's going a different way. It's an attack formation. I hope it gets one of those fucking livestock trucks here. Well, maybe just gonna do some crop circles. Ah, what can you do? Let's see. Wow. You see, you can now make these really big airports, but the issue is, it becomes quite difficult to find places where it's suitable to build them. And they have a slightly bigger catchment area to compensate for their enormous size. But it's still not straightforward to find places to plonk them down. Pendworth, I suppose we could make an airport in, but again, you see the issue is, if we go, let me just close this, if we try and build the thing here, even if we flatten this area here, we've still only got pretty much one half of the city. Of course it's a really long thin one, but it's not great. Well, this sawmill's closing down. Ah well, they shouldn't have built it next to the water. So let's find a big city somewhere where we might be able to put down a well, we can put down a big old airport. You see here, Plentwood, Landfield. It's just not really any way you can get close enough to plop it down, you know. I wonder if you could, if I were to build here, would that? Ooh, I wonder if that would count as the same station. Ladies and gentlemen, let's try that. Of course, we're going to royally piss off this town and doing all this terraforming. I don't know why they care so much. But I think if I build that there, it'll count as the same station as Landfield, which will be quite excellent because it means that it doesn't need to only rely on airplanes to take all the passengers away. Oh, I need 81,000? Well, I did not expect it to be that expensive. Can I borrow some more money? No, those fuckers never lend me money. And is this guy... What's his orders? Is he fully loading here? No. So you see there's actually there's a large amount of passengers waiting around here. And even though we have an okay rating, See, that train just isn't enough to take everyone, so an airport might be the way to go. Just a little bit annoyed because we need more money in order to build that airport. Let's leave that open down there so we can remember to come back. Oh, those fuckers! They took out in Jamestown again! What's the deal with that? It's like XCOM all over again. XCOM all over again. So this guy's orders, he's loading in Jamestown, so that means that this guy should fully load in Jamestown Central. Because now they're each fully loading in one different place. Wow, that's annoying. I have to spend money replacing that. Now let's see if that boat of ours is an earner. Yeah, there you go. Now he's going back to Getaway Docks. He only took 3 people from there. He's taking an extremely interesting route. I wonder if we should put another depot, because what the annoying thing that can happen is that, you know, around the midpoint they feel they need to go to a depot, then they go to the closest one, which is all the way back here, and then they go all the way back out again. So it's might as well have a depot on this end so that they can nip to it from Franningpool Docks as well. Incidentally, they've given us wood, which is foolish because we're not going to take wood. I wonder if we can take... Oh my lord! Look at all these passengers! How can there be that many passengers? I wonder if we can get if we could get a... Oh god, if we could get a what the fuck am I trying to say? If we get a fucking motherfucking airport down here, that would be grand. Is this their road? Oh, it is, but we can't destroy it. So what are we going to do with all these passengers? And mail? This place doesn't even accept mail. Well, we can't do anything with the mail, but we can get a few more passenger ferries. 1, 2. Oh shit, they were expensive, and I was meant to be saving up. Never mind. We've got to do something with all these passengers. There we go. Honk honk. Off it goes. Jesus, look at all these passengers. Off they go. I'm just happy we got some boats. That's really nice. Anyway, let's go back to Jamestown, which I seem to remember was at the top left of the map. Wait, Jamestown wasn't where we were going to build. It was in Landfield. Oh, but Jesus. But I spent all that money on another boat. You know that I always do this in games where I'm like, oh, I need to... You know, I really need to build this unit, or I really need to to get that item. And then you have every intention of doing it, but you sort of forget what you're up to. You sort of spend your resources on the wrong thing. Never mind, we'll get the hang of it. Look at these people waiting at Landfield. Look at them all. We need that airport, but we don't have any money. It does seem to be that a large part of this game is waiting around for money. Let's see how our trains are doing. Let's wait. Where could we rest our camera where it looks quite nice? Down here in Chenfingpool. Wow, we've really helped that place grow. Look at all these skyscrapers they're building. So we're making a lot of money. I knew that train would work. The Jamestown to Chenfingpool train. It's making a fuckload of money. That's excellent. That's jolly good. What have we got here? Well, that's not great. Now these guys, they're making a lot of cash. Oops, didn't mean to pause. This has worked out really well. There you go. In your pop. Make some money. Ka-ching! Hey, that's sweet. I guess that means that that guy's just at the other station. Oh, that's excellent. What was I going to do though? I wanted to just see how our little places. You see, they're growing quite quickly, actually. Especially Benburn, on account of our bus line. And they're sort of managing okay with this passenger amount. Good is alright. Right, now we've almost got enough money to build that airport. So let's go up to Landfield, go to airport, and get it down here. There we go. Now you see, look, Landfield will accept both train and plane. So now what do we need? Well, we need to build another airport somewhere. Jesus, everything's so expensive. It's just like real life. Maybe in Fenningbury, if we flatten out here, we can get a nice airport in this square here on the bottom side of it. There don't seem to be that many people in Fenningbury, 444, but it might be the best option. Of course, you could go a little bit further with a plane, but then you need to find somewhere which is worth the trip all the way out to. I can't really see anywhere like that. Not at all, actually. Plenningley, Kenvingley, Bronwood. So it seems like you can only build these little airports before a certain year. Because now all I can build are these large ones, because I would quite like to build a small one for the price, you know. Oh, and he's made a pink bus, Bronwood, going to Kenfingley as well. So we've got some competition on them. Genway Docks, gee, but look at all that. I guess these ships must be making a lot of money. Yeah, they're not doing too badly. Right, let's see where we should build that next airport. I think the best choice may well be Fenningbury. You see, Franningpool and Plentwood are also options, but Plentwood looks tiny. There's only 164 people there. At least in Fenningbury there are a lot. Now, do Fenningbury have any sort of opinion about us? They think we're very good. I'm not sure what we've done to deserve that. Oh, it's up here, because this is technically part of Fenningbury, so that's why they like us. Right. So let's do a little bit, this is going to piss them off, do some terraforming to get the ground ready for our airport. You see, that's now just the right size for an airport. In fact, we can go even closer. This is going to be an extremely well situated airport right there. And we need 63,000. So the reason it's cheaper here is because we're not building any farmers' fields who'll complain and want compensation. Well, never mind the farmers. We'll get this airport up and running shortly. There we go. Check that shit out. Perfect. So we need now. Oh yeah, fuck! Now we need a fucking airplane. So to make an airplane, you go to your airport and you check your hangar and go to the new aircraft view. So what have you got in here? Oh, but Jesus, they're all expensive. Gosh, that costs 25,000 a year, 10,000 a year, 13,000 a year, and that takes 200 passengers. It's not so reliable, 80%. That doesn't sound great for an aeroplane. Kind of certainly better than 44%. I don't know, what kind of plane should we get? You can see what sort of a passenger. So there's going to be 19 there. And over here, the landfield's getting cleaned out these days by that train. So maybe just a little one nipping back and forth is good. So that takes 64, that takes 30 people. Why are helicopters so expensive? Do people prefer to go in helicopters? You see, it costs... Oh, maybe it's cheaper per year, but if you compare this takes 30 passengers and 6 bags of mail, 40 passengers and 15. I suppose that does cost less per year, but it's a heck of a lot slower. I think this Coleman Count might be our best option. A good balance between the cost, how many passengers it can take. It doesn't take much mail, but you know, we'll manage without that much mail. So I think we're going to get a Coleman count, and for that we're going to need 116,000. Can you borrow the money? Oh yes, we can borrow money. Let's just keep borrowing money. Oh fuck, we ran out. Well, that was just enough to get our plane. So let's go here. Let's pick out our aircraft. We'll get the Coleman count. There you go. There we go. And we'll tell him to go here. And while he's in Landfield, he can actually wait around a few moments to fully load. And you can probably do the same on the other side as well. Cool. Now we've got an airplane. Oop, let's just tell this train to... Oh no, he's already loaded. That's good. I was going to tell the train to stop so that the plane gets the passengers instead. And the reason it's better for the plane to have the passengers, I can show you in this chart. This is the payment for delivering 10 units a distance of 20 squares. And it's all depending on how fast you can do it. So this plane is obviously an awful lot faster than our trains. So we'll see when it gets to Fenningpool. Oh good, Chenfingpool has upped its production again, because 24 tons a month is really very poor. So here comes our plane into Fenningbury. That's very nice to see. A nice little approach. Oops, squeak! That's good. Citizens are celebrating. First train at Longing. 3.5. Well, I hope that makes us money. Let's go and see what this guy's doing. He's built something here which is collecting... We're getting goods as well as coal. How is it getting goods? How is that thing making goods? Oh, because it's going the other way. So the coal here is they're not using. What's happening is they're bringing livestock from Plenning Valley. Ooh. So they've just designed a new railway and we can have exclusive use. Well, let's say yes. Normally I'd be annoyed that they're operating so close to us, but you know what? They're doing a different business. We've got to keep an eye on this green fucker though, because he's a busy fellow. But I don't think that they're competing with us. The thing I'd really like to do is this big system down here I saw. Well, would you look at that? Our buses down here, look what they've done. They've turned Benbourne and Lardingham into a metropolis. Right, that does it. Let's get this extremely clever rail system going. We're going to want, let's see now, 1, 2, let's have 4 things here loading up with iron ore and livestock and grain. So we're going to want, let's see, 4 trains, but how many tracks should they share? Maybe sharing 2 tracks is enough. And we're going to try and be clever because this is going to be an expensive endeavour and there's a whole lot of fields. And usually I don't worry so much about the fields, but now I feel like we're running so low on cash the whole time. Ah, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do this. We're going to have a big track here, 4 things, so they can all fill up at once. And then here comes 1 line, and here comes the other line. And this line is going to fill that one. And then there's 1, 2, wait. Oh man. Shit's complicated. Ooh! Another exclusive. Why not? And again, the same thing, because you don't want them to get really confused about where they can... what am I trying to say? You don't want them to get confused about not being able to access one of these depots. That's not great at all. Let's see. Gosh, this is very complicated because I want to have so many train tracks coming into so few. Well, I've screwed this up. Let's see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have 4 tracks becoming only 2. So clearly this track here should serve the 2 outer ones. So we need those like that. And then this train track here should serve these 2. There we go. And I think I'm just going to tell them not to worry so much about the old train depot. I'll just stick them out here, because then they can always go out there later if they need to. So there's this. I'm not going to build the station yet, because if I do, these goods are going to start stacking up, and that's not going to be great. So let's see now. I have lots of trains running here, so we want to be smart about what we're doing. Right. So these 2 trains, grain and what's the other fucker called? Oh, have I fucked up? What if there's 1 train loading there, 1 train loading there, and then this one who wants to join, he won't be able to get in, will he? Well, you know what? We're just going to have to do 1 grain, 1 livestock, and maybe a couple of iron. We'll see. We'll see what the fuck is going on. So this track needs to get to here. So let's make a station here. Whereas the other one can actually just bypass this whole place. There we go. You'll see what you'll see. This is all going to make a whole load of sense when I'm finished. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty fucking centered playing this game. It's just so relaxing. There we go. Let's get this train out here. There we go. And then this one here. Now check out this. Yeah. This is where they can all have a little, you know, we're going to have loads of trains running on these tracks. So this here is where they can all match up again with each other. So we'll have these little like lay-bys where they can pass each other if they need to. There's one. There you see, look how gorgeous this is going to look. You just can't forget to put any of these little things down, because then you get accidents. That's how accidents happen. Right, and then this guy can come down here. Jolly good. So this is going to be a livestock train and a grain train. That's going to go to... Well, sorry, that'll be the iron ore. The livestock grain... the livestock train and the grain train. Why am I experiencing something, having like a stroke or something? I'm having difficulties talking. No, that's not that serious. Obviously. The fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, iron ore. Don't want to drop it there. That's going to go there. Then we're going to need... we're going to want to drop all this stuff off over here. So let's get a bridge. That can be for one of these trains, and then that's for the other one. And then that guy can split into 2, and that one can go in here. So one's going to be dropping off steel, and one's going to be dropping off the other fucking thing. You know what? Let's make a couple tracks, because there's likely going to be a queue on this end. You'll see. This is all going to make sense soon enough. Let's get a few of these over here. Boom, boom, boom. Man, this is going to be such an excellent system when it's all up and running. Of course, we can't afford all the fucking tracks just yet. But, you know, what can you do? There we go. That's that train coming here. And this is the grain and livestock train. And they are going to come up here. So the steam train is going to go... Sorry, the steel train. They're both going to be steam trains, probably. Oh no, we've got those new ones to try. They were electric, I think. How can we match these up? You know what the annoying thing is, once you put all this infrastructure in, sometimes the plants just decide to close. So let's hope that doesn't happen here. There we go. And then this guy, there's going to be a track here. You see a station here. So from this end, we've got this coming out. Oh, this is all going to be, look, this is going to be so gorgeous when it's all up and running. But how on earth can we afford it all? We need more money. We can't borrow more money. We'll just have to slowly build it bit by bit. There we go. All jolly good. So what should we start with? Maybe the train that's going to take iron ore from here to there. And we've got, oh, you see all these new, what are they? Oh, they're not electric, they're diesel. I would like to try that, but I'm not really going to build it, but I don't think there's a penalty for me saying yes and not building it. So I'm just going to say yes to those offers. To stop the competitors from getting them anyway. Now look at this. This diesel is roughly equivalent to this guy. It's got more horsepower, goes the same speed. It's cheaper per year. It's lower reliability, but that's a good price actually. And these are fucking fast, but they're expensive. So I think, well, I think I'm going to go with these S.H. Henry jobbies. Let's get one of those out. And this one's going to be moving iron ore. So we're going to need a few of these. But God knows we can't afford it just yet. So here's our airplane. That's making some solid money here. Look at that. Let's see our boats. Now look at that. That's solid money as well. And our cars. All doing jolly well. And our trains. Yeah, it's the ticket. We just need money to get this whole system up and operational because we've got the tracks out. And the good news is, I mean, Lardingham is still a bit of a village, but Benburn has really shot up. So we need to get a train station. You see, look what we can do. I wonder if we can turn Benburn Central into a train station. And if so, does that mean it'll accept goods? There's not enough yet to accept goods. But we're not quite ready to be doing that in any case, so I won't worry just yet. By the time we're ready to shift goods out of that factory, I'm sure Benburn will have built enough tall buildings to accept it. Oops. You know, I haven't even built this thingy yet. Here we go. 4 tracks, 3 length, and over here we need 2 tracks. There we go. So this is our new diesel train. Oops, I hope I didn't build him in... Oh, I fucking did, didn't I? I built him in the wrong depot. But we'll sort that out. You see, I built him on the track that runs over to the factory. So let me just do a little track just to allow him to go to the right side. And then I'll say, off you go. There he goes. And then we can remove that track so we don't have any nasty collisions in the future. Well, that isn't a great start for our diesel train. Just immediately breaks down. You know what, we might as well build this track over here for now. So that... Ooh, indeed. Oh, we can't borrow money. So we are going to be building, let's see, we're going to have grain and livestock coming in. And then we're going to have steel coming in. And And then out, we're going to have goods going. Let's just make a big old track here. You never know what you're going to need. Let's see how Benbourne is getting on. Where's Benbourne? I thought it was around here somewhere. There we are. Yeah, this place is growing. How are these bus stops holding up? Or are they being swamped by people? I think he's doing okay. He's picking up passengers. We could probably do with another bus actually in here. Oh, I can't keep spending money on little things like that. I gotta save up for another train for this big old system. So this is our diesel train filling up, and you see the livestock and the grain will be piling up here, which is a shame because we haven't got the money for those 2 trains just yet. But when we do have them, we'll also have those trains running alongside, dropping there, and then we'll have this steel train picking up the steel that this place will be making and taking that to the factory as well. And then from here we can have the goods, which we'll take to Benbourne once they've built enough tall buildings, and then all will be well. Broken down again. I'm beginning to think that going diesel might not have been such a good deal. Maybe that's why it was cheap, because its reliability is pretty bad. 2 breakdowns its last service already, gee whiz. Anyway, let's see it go. Let's see if it makes it the last part of this way without breaking down. Fingers crossed. Here it comes. Ka-ching! And then this is going to make loads of steel, which is a bit of a shame because there's nothing there to pick it up. But we'll soon have the cash for that. Don't you worry. In the meanwhile, let's see who's building what where. Well, Little Prendingville has got... What have they built here? An airport? I don't think that anyone's competing with us anywhere, so that's all good. Let's go see if there's any overlapping colours, but I think we're good. We're all good. And let's see what's happening here. This airplane is filling up with passengers, and that'll take a while, but he's making some money. Last year he made 11,000. He hasn't made much money this year yet, but he's filling up with people, and maybe 1 trip is enough really to make that cash. Well, look what Landfield's building. That's going to be a tall ass thing. Well, if is this one of ours? No, so we don't need to worry about its production being down by 50%. So if Landfield has got that tall building, I wonder what Jamestown has. Well, some tall buildings, not quite as tall. I seem to remember as a kid playing this, you could make statues to yourself, and you could do advertising campaigns to try and outcompete other companies. But maybe I'm imagining that. I'm not sure. Wow, what's this thing built? Is that some sort of art installation? No, it's a tall office block under construction. There we have it. Let's go and check out what that thing is. Look at that. That's a tall office block. That's excellent. You see, that thing takes a lot of stuff. Ooh! Subsidy offered. The coal service from this coal mine to this power plant. Well, that is pretty close. That'll give us double income. It's tempting, but I mean, we've already spent so much money on all this other stuff we've been doing. And look at Nendingham, they could do with a bus. Oh, there's just so much to build. Right, let's get this thing done first. You know what, let's be really sneaky. Let's put a passenger stop there. And a passenger stop a little bit more centrally. And then we'll have this thingy. You go to Nendingham, and then to that one. And then meanwhile, we'll also turn this into a train station. Now they can also take coal. Excellent. It should be accepting coal. There we go. And then that's going to take the coal over there. And let's see, how should we make this? Maybe through there, up there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll just get a little... There we go. There we go. Oh man, the music in this game is really excellent. There we go. Look at this. This is going to be extremely good. Oh, we can't build there because we can't. You can't have half of a tile the AI is built in. That's okay. We'll just make our little canal through this area here instead. There we go. Let's clear a path. Easy peasy. I don't know why I always build 2 tracks, because I only ever seem to have 1 train. I just tend to feel that it's quite useful to have 2 in case production ever doubles, but then again, the fact that I keep building twice as much track as I need is extremely likely part of the reason I never have any money. But what can you do? Let's just put that down there. Let's get a coal train, what do they call it, like a coal train coming here. It costs 83, 69, things are expensive, hey? This is so cheap. It's not super reliable, but it's pretty fast. Let's go for one of those. And something tells me that there's going to be a lot of passengers here. No, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Look at that. And this is a clever little thing here where we can have a station that's a train station for the coal's sake, but also a passenger station for the... a bus station for the passengers' sake. Oh dear. This looks pretty bad. Oh, that looks like an inside job, an insurance job to me. It's not like it was getting anything, because after all, this guy was meant to be taking the oil, but the oil wells went out of business, and now... Oh crikey, it's quite close to me. Well, what can you do? Here we go. Perfect. That's a coal mine, a coal train up and running. So I wonder if they're going to rebuild, or that's just sort of, you know, gone now. It says under construction, so maybe they're going to rebuild it. Ooh, look at this. Iron from there could go to this steel mill as well. And oil from here could run down to this refinery. And coal from there could run down to this... Oh, there's just so much to do. Coal from here could run along to this coal mine. Oh my. There's just so much to build, but we just don't have the money. Especially here. I mean, this poor thing has been building up all that steel. Ay, ay, ay. We just need more money. And we can only borrow more money. Well, we need more vehicles. Ben Burns growing nicely. This is all doing jolly well. Shall we see how much money our airplane's making? A fair amount. Ooh dear. Eek. It is scary seeing them with smoke like that, but it looks like he's made it safely. All of our trains are making money. This guy lost some money last year. Oh, look at that. He's doing some solid cash. 31,000. Alright, here, let's do it. The time has come. Let's get this... what do we have? These Hendrys. They're pretty cheap. And then we'll get some steel trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't quite afford that last one just yet. But we'll afford it soon. He's going to go to Larningham Woods. The Sheriff of Nottingham. What movie is that? I think it's the Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner, where everyone's American, or rather the good guys are all American, but the bad guys, as in Alan Rickman, by the way, he was pretty excellent. Is anyway, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but they say the Sheriff of Nottingham. That's my American accent, by the way. It's excellent. Alright, let's get this steel truck. We need some more cash. That's not very cash money of you. There we go. Bow! Oh. We had the money, but it was instantly drained into some expenses or other. Maintenance that we're continually paying on our fleet of vehicles. But there we go. Excellent. There goes our steel train. Also, you might be wondering why I always make stations the same length, 3, so that you have, because each tile in the station takes 2 carriages. I don't know why that is. I think I always somehow in the past ended up doing that just because I figured it made somehow the best trade-off between a train that moves very quickly because it's not dragging that much and the train that won't be gone for too long, so it can get back quickly to start picking the things that have been made to increase its rating again. If that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't fucking know. Anyway, what do we need now? That's all good, that's all good. We need the fucking grain, the livestock train. We got this coal train that we can take there. We had that oil train we saw. We got more oil. Jesus, we just got so much to do. So we got this oil that can go there. Coal from here to there. We got this iron to go to the steel mill. We can get that steel up to a factory somewhere. Actually, it's a bit of a... well, that's a bit far to go all the way up there. But this iron could go to this steel mine, definitely. And then... oh my lord, there's just so much to do. Let's see if the AI is trying to fuck with us anywhere. Okay, borrow money. No. They never let us borrow money. What's that guy doing? Oh, that's an old road. I think it's all looking pretty good. I don't think anyone's really fucking with us too much. Is this another retardo? What the... what the... what... why has he got 2 sets of... what? Well, whatever, float your boat. He's got 1 station here, or 1 truck stop there, and then they both go to the same place over there. Talking of boats, look at this. Would you look at Genway? Now this town is looking pretty gorgeous. Down by the seaside. I'm glad we got our docks in there. The question is, should we try and sneak in a train station here? I think the answer is going to be yes. And where... because we've got so many passengers that are chilling here. Actually, that's ambition creep. We need to keep our money for the eyes on, you know, keep our eyes on the prize here. Let's go back to what the fuck are we doing over here? Right. We've already built the tracks for these ones, so let's fucking do it while we've got the tracks. We'll get a diesel, a Hendry. We'll get some, let's start with the grain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh fuck, we need more money. Catchy ass music. You know, it's very hard not to be happy playing this game. It's just, it's a very relaxing game. There we go. Alright, off you go. Yeah, they're not extremely happy with our livestock and grain services, but they'll start improving now. And then this place is good. This is making goods, you see, but there's no way to take those goods. Lardingham is getting a little bit better, but it's not great just yet. Where's the Benburn? There. You see, what I could do is turn Benburn Central and Lardingham into like bus/train stops, because then I can have a train going between these two as well. The question is, will that be worth it? How will the train go? It will go from there. Where is back? There's Benburn, and then you go down here to Lardingham. I don't know, that's worth it or not. Probably not. I mean, these buses are enough to get the cities to start growing. This has already gained 40 population, which is almost 10% since we started that bus route. Yes. Let's go back to the map and have a look what's going on. Well, the AI hasn't done much to compete with us. Red keeps doing these very silly things. Although this train track turned out okay. Going from Sonberg past Slinthing Way over to Lonning. Wait, we build in Lonningbury? No, we built somewhere else. Lonningbury, hey? It's quite close to Plenningley. That's this guy's train. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see what's going on. Genway, hey? This place is going to become the largest city soon. Nah, maybe not. Jamestown, this is the metropolis. That's because we've been doing, you know, we've been feeding this place. We've been nurturing Jamestown and letting it grow. Oh my lord. We have a bit of an issue over, over Jamestown Central. We have a lot of passengers at Jamestown Central. Do you think we could turn that into an airport? You know, I think we might be able to. Fuck it, let's do it. Oops. Fuck, you see how much money that cost? Because I accidentally terraformed water. 60,000 down the fucking drain. Eesh. That's extremely expensive. But I think we had to do that in order to make it big enough to accept an airport. And they probably hate us in Jamestown now anyway. Fuck, but we can definitely get an airport there. And that'll be excellent because it's like right bam in the middle of Jamestown, which is the biggest city in the game. We got our bus stops, we got our train here, all these outlying industries are being served. This is an excellent system. And you'll see this is our... there's me. It's like looking in a mirror. Here's our HQ, you see. And so we're growing there. So we've got this fancy looking HQ. If you go and check out the HQ of, for example, Plenningley, they still look pretty trash. But if you go back up to, where are we in Jamestown up here? We got a fancy looking HQ for a fancy company. So, how much would this actually cost? 69,000. Can you borrow money? No, we can never borrow money. Oh, I really want to make that bus stop now. I mean, bus stop? What the fuck am I talking about? The fucking train. What the fuck am I trying to say? The fucking airport. The only issue is that you can see the catchment area here actually covers the coal plant. So unfortunately, it means that some of the coal from here will go into Lakeside and some will go over to the airport, but they should learn pretty quickly that it's not going to be shifted from the airport. Anyway, let's see what's happening near Fanningbury. This is where our airport is, and they're building a new sawmill here. It'll accept wood. Wood, please. This is where that guy just built his whole thing. He couldn't have just gone up there if he'd known. But he didn't know they were going to build that. Neither did you, neither did I. So let's not pretend we knew. Right, let's build this old thing here. Kapow! Check it out! Now we just need a fucking... You see, they're putting coal there, which is a shame because it's going to draw coal away from here. Particularly in the beginning, until it realises that we're not shifting this coal, because coal should drop here to very low and here stay at very high. Anywho, I wonder, you know what we could do perhaps is to just move Lakeside up there. Could we do that? Is such a thing possible? You know, why the fuck not? Let's just reroute this train. Then we won't have any issues about getting a low ranking here in Jamestown, because if there's a station where we could potentially take something and yet we're not, we would lose. What the fuck am I trying to say? We would lose. We would lose rating. Fuck man, it's so hard to talk today. I don't know why. Let's see what we should do. Well, we need obviously to raise here to make the old train track. And we might as well make it a little bit more robust, the train station. Right, let's tell this guy for now to just go to the mines Well, that train is not living up to its name. It's called Old Reliable. There we go. And now I'm going to give you some new orders. From now on, you'll load in Central. And we'll delete Lakeside. And then we'll destroy Lakeside. And then, I can't quite remember how this worked, but for a while, we're still going to have this broken down station there. But now, it should be putting all of the coal into Jamestown Central. There's so many passengers there. And you see now our coal mine goes there instead. That's excellent, our coal train. So this is all extremely good. Now what was I going to try and do? Oh yes, make an airplane. Where can they go from here? Well, let's have a look on our map. We've got our station... Oh, someone else built something. Oh, that's in config food, so that's fine. So Landfield has got a fair amount of passengers that pile up, but whatever this train makes it there, they tend to suck out all the passengers from there. But this guy's making money, so what we could do is have a plane fill up with people, and then fly and just drop them over at Langfield. So we could actually make quite a large plane. If we had the fucking money for it. Let's see if we can get it. Well, what have we got? 95 passengers, 200 passengers. Woo! So that says running cost 27 grand a year. So could that be worth it? I mean, there's 447 passengers, but I don't know how many passengers come each month. That's a lot of money. I mean, we could try making that one, but 200 passengers seems like a lot. This one needs 27, and it does 952 miles an hour. So how come they cost the same? That one just takes more passengers, but the Darwin takes more mail. But they cost the same upkeep. That thing's a bit smaller, but takes fewer people around. Do we dare take this big thing? You know what? Let's try it. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is we lose a whole lot of money on it. But it would be pretty cool to have a big ass plane just fill up with all these people. Right. Well, we won't be able to do that, but we need a little bit more money. We just need a little bit more money and we'll get that plane going. Question is, should we make the Darwin or the Lookit? That has slightly higher reliability, but that has a longer lifespan. They cost the same. It must be the Lookit that makes most sense, right? Yeah, the Lookit cost, that's the most sensible thing. Can we borrow some money yet? I think it's like every 5 years or so we can borrow more money. There we go. That was probably a really stupid decision to put all that money into that, but there you go. Let's load that plane and take it to, not config, but that's the opponent's place. There. Off you go. Can we borrow more money? No. So now check this guy. That's just filled up with stuff. Oh fuck, but it's gonna wait for mail. That's bad. I wish you could tell things in this game to only wait for like one of the two kinds of things it can take. But alas, it's not possible. Pretty glad we got this station in the in the heart of the town as it continued to grow. So although this guy has got a fuckload of passengers, he's not going to fly just yet, but let's just tell him to skip the old mail, because we can do that manually. But it would be good to give him orders like, yeah, you know what, only wait for the fucking passengers. Oh, look how fast it is! Oh, that's so cool! Off it goes. This is going to get us some money! You just know that's going to be worth a fuckload of money, the speed it's going. So we're talking 28 grand a year this costs. So how many runs could it do? Well, it depends how fast it can get filled, but we'll have to see. Let's see, come on now. Just drop those. Oh, so that's excellent. It only needs to do, I don't know, 1.3 trips a year, like that, and it's going to be bringing us cash. And that's actually took a whole load of people from Landfield, which is pretty good news as well. Maybe planes are going to make us some sweet, sweet cash. Right. I mean, certainly the AI is building a lot of airports. Now, oh yes, we needed our livestock train over here. That's what we need. We'll get the cheap old one, the Henry. And we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go there, full load, and then go and drop it off in Lardingham Woods. And it's not good. See, they're not very happy with us here. Yeah, very poor, but they'll improve. Meanwhile, this place must have like 1,000 million loads of goods. Well, I guess they just keep decaying. Nevertheless, that's all jolly good. Wait, I can never find Benburn. Now look at this. I don't think there's any way to have them accept goods just yet, but they are growing. Same can be said for Lardingham. Do we need another bus in Lardingham as well? Not really. $42. I mean, he's making a modest amount. $200 a year. As long as he's going plus and he's growing a city, that's enough for me. This guy's making 2,000, so clearly here there are more passengers. There's those mines. You know what? Things are really looking up for our business. But unfortunately, I think we might have to start wrapping it up for tonight. Yeah. This looks pretty good. Have we depleted all of the passengers here? Almost. Because we're competing with this moron. Where's fucking Green and all the stupid buses? I can't believe we're competing with that dude. Oh yeah, we can do these advertising campaigns. But you know what? We could also just fuck with him a bit. Can we build a track here? Oh, yes! Let's blockade this city. We don't want him stealing our passengers. See, he's going to come with this. You know what? Let's fucking do this. One of our trains is getting old. I think it's got a message down there. Maybe that's why they're complaining so much. Are you ready? We're going to get this guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, whoops. Now they can't get in with their stupid buses, so that means that their rating will drop and our passengers will go up, because these guys are waiting in the wrong place. It means that we've got a boat, I think, that's probably just waiting around there. There you go, so he's just chilling. So yeah, some of our trains are getting old. So if you go here, you can see that some of them are getting old. It's just the old grain blocker. That train can get old, that's fine. There we go. Look at this. Landfield. This place is growing just fine. 21k. Wait, so he must be... Oh, that was... that's the Jamestown plane. Fuck, that thing must be making cash now. Woo! 34k. That was a good fucking call. Where's Jamestown? I've lost it. It's not down there, it's up here. Oh, that's jolly good. How come this guy isn't making any money this year? I guess sometimes he just happens to land, you know, time it badly with that train, so he doesn't get any passengers. But now he should get some passengers. Oh, he's going to go and repair. So that train might be gobbling up all the passengers. He's making money as well. It's all making money. It's all good. It's all good. And down here, they're not happy down there. So what I could tell this plane, because it can only take 65 passengers, is I could tell him to load... Wait. Don't load Landfield. only load in Fenningbury. Jolly good. Hey, look at that sweet, sweet cash that's rolling in now. Well, you know what? We're going to wrap it up for tonight. But next time, I will play this game one more time, I reckon. And I will think of something cool to that cash. We got this iron that needs to go to the steel mill. These goods are going to have to go there somewhere. And somewhere sometime. We got the coal that needs to go to this power plant. We got this coal that needs to go to that power plant. We got this livestock to go there. Here we can definitely take goods to Lonningbury. Oh man, there's so much stuff to do. But you gotta take a break sometimes. So let's go and have a little look back in our HQ. Just look at this gorgeous city doing so well. Alright, thank you for tonight. Thank you for sharing your time with me if you watched this far, and I hope you tune in next episode, whenever that is. Good night for now.